think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hello folks, how you guys doing? I'm Deadman Apollo, the world's most radiant skeleton. みんな来てくれてありがとう。俺は Deadman Apollo, 世界一番輝くの骸骨。You know, I woke up not too long ago. I also realized I didn't prepare my reference. There we go. Tokino Sora. Kawaii de show. Kawaii de show. Let me just rename this layer. Put this at the back of this entire thing. Probably just also use a magic wand on this and just get rid of the background. Actually, I can probably use the select tool for that. Ooh, I messed up. I thought it was the rectangular thing. Kind of slow. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Okay, I'll just use the damn... What? Huh? What? Oh, it's because it's a damn smart... There we go. Sorry about that little scuff. I just wanted to get rid of the white background. Folks, it's finally starting. My absurd project of drawing every single Hololive member as a skeleton. I've been cooking this idea for quite a while actually. I just wanted to find a good timing for when I could start it actually. I really wanted to do it in October, you know, being Holo October and everything. But you know, circumstances led me to not be able to do it. But meh, well, you know what, it's しょうがない。実は10月これをやりたかった、このプロジェクトやりたかったんだけど、無理だった。Anyway, we got everything prepared here. I think gotta sneeze too though. Gotta make a layer. You can't see my layers here, but I'm gonna make hair. Probably need 2 layers for this one. Star. あとはなんだ? I think we can start off with the hair layer. Okay. I need to really get used to the shortcuts on this damn Wacom. Let's see. Someone called Redneck White Trash this up to me like 9 days ago. It's funny. I was looking at my stream elements thing. Is this settings right? One annoying thing is that in order for the eraser, the automatic switching to the eraser to work, I have to select it once. Okay, now it doesn't swap to it. Let's see, does it do it now? It does. Nice. So on the Wacom pen, right? If you flip it, you get the eraser. But this doesn't work properly until you actually select until you actually select the tools once. Anyway, I think this color of an outline will work nicely. Yeah, her hair is pretty simple. I say now, but upon a closer inspection, you know, you got these arts and stuff. I don't know if you can hear it, but I just woke up. Well, not just woke up, but it was an hour ago. I had one of those nights where your body just wouldn't want to go to sleep, right? And then I remember a friend of mine told me this thing where if you haven't eaten for a while, it may become harder to fall asleep, right? And I guess that was it, because I hadn't eaten in like, well, let's see, at the time I went to bed, right? I think I ate a proper meal like 10 hours ago, and then 6 hours before that I ate a small hot dog, which I guess isn't enough. And so it ended up being suffering. Wait a minute, what was my... Okay, I don't need to touch the keyboard. all I need to do is use the shortcuts with the buttons on my Wacom and everything. I think we can get started with this. I think I might do a zoom in, a little bit more of a zoom in here, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is fine. Damn it, the canvas though. You guys can't exactly see what I'm. Let me move Photoshop a bit. Yo, Cheems, how you doing? Thanks for coming. I think this works better. You guys can see more of it. Well, you can't see Sora, but how I'd be hanging. A little bit tired. Cause I got trolled by my body and didn't get enough sleep. And I woke up like, I think 45 minutes ago. It was really hard to wake up though. I actually set my alarm for an hour and a half ago, but you know, getting up is the other issue. Let's see. Her hair kind of goes like that, so I don't like that. By the way, I'm not a professional artist. I started drawing these skeletons without much of an art background, like at all. And all things considered, I'm doing a pretty decent job. And it's helping that, you know, drawing with drawing tablet feels a lot easier than drawing with a damn pencil. I can never do it. I can't. I just don't understand the pencil. You know, I see people shading like super nicely with a damn pencil, but for me it's like, ugh, how do they do it? And my shading ends up being positively terrible. And her hair kind of goes like this, and there's this little thing here, right? And I think I should finish drawing the spikes. Actually, let me just draw this part here, and then I'll draw the spikes over it. Pretty sure there's a better way to do it with the layers, but I'm not gonna fret too much about it. It's a silly skeleton. A very silly skeleton. You could probably hear it in my voice that I just woke up and everything. And you have this nice strand of hair right here. So this, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about Tokino Sora in a bit, but this project, I've been cooking it for a while. I've been like, I just wanted to do something big, right? Like a big project to challenge myself. You do pretty good with pencil and charcoal. Took some figure drawing classes. Ooh, with charcoal, I find that to be pretty fancy. Really fancy. So I think, yeah, some of the. Let me go back to my previous topic before I digress too much. I've been cooking this idea up for quite a long time, but I needed the perfect time to be able to start it, which is around this time. I really did want to try starting this thing during October, because, you know, skeletons in October, you know, spooky. But didn't pan out. Where was I? Right, I was talking about what you cooked. I was talking about, what was it? I was gonna go into about how I did like look up some art, just basic art practice things. You know, like drawing circles with your hands until you get a perfect circle. Well, this one's not perfect at all. You know, ghosting, right? You ghost until you get a nice circle. Well, whatever. And then, you know, just practicing drawing straight lines. I think my lines are pretty straight. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I'm muting for a sec. Oh, God. Oh, that was a violent one. Holy. And I think, you know, drew a couple hundred circles, lines, squares. Yeah, draw with your arm, not wrist, especially for shapes like this. Because you have more fine control over, or well, it's easy to do shapes like this because, you know, it's just the natural curvature of your arm and stuff, you know. Shuffle the paper around like this if you need to do stuff. Now we got this little strand of hair. I really like this lo-fi album. Although the issue with using the lo-fi album, the Hololive lo-fi album, is that you get a content ID strike. Or not strike, you just get content ID'd. So you won't be able to make any ad revenue off the video. But I'm not monetized, so whatever. So not like it matters for me, like at all. Now we have a little bit of a thing here. Anyway, Tokino Sora, the very first Hololive member. I have immense respect for Sora. So she started off on her own, basically. Well, together with A-chan. A-chan is also, she was also one of the very first people involved with Hololive. Well, she's not a talent, right? She's Sora's best friend. They met in high school. And I believe they started, together with Yago, they just started, like, basically pioneered Hololive in general. Well, VTubers as a thing was already a thing, you know, but not as we know it. They were more like, you know, they made skits. They had the backing of companies. Well, they have the backing of companies these days too, but it wasn't like this big streaming culture that we know today, right? I don't like this. I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna take a couple of my own liberties. Maybe like adding an extra spike here and there. Just to make it look a little bit more natural. And then I'll add this spike here. But yeah, they just kind of started off doing skits and stuff, mostly like the Kizunai days. She was the biggest one, and also hailed as basically the pioneer. I think there was like what could be considered a virtual YouTuber before that, but it was like not anime and not mainstream at all. And then Kizunai showed up, changed the entire game. But I've been following VTubers since then, since Kizunai became big. And back then, you know, Hololive in 2017 to 2019, Hololive wasn't that big. Big at all. I don't like the way this one looks. As I said before, I'm pretty sure my techniques, especially with layers and whatnot, is not the very best. Probably a little bit detrimental to the way I do this. Now that I get a closer look at her hair, it is a little bit more complicated than I thought it'd be. I'm gonna need another big spike. Although I feel like this one's a little bit too big, right? Pretty sure there's something else I can do here. Well, for now, let's just draw this one over here. I won't make this one as thick. You know, draw with your arm, not your wrist. Yeah, I'll definitely have to redraw this one. This one. Let's erase it. Let's erase it. Do you guys know about Tokino Sora's 13 Nights of the Round? This is like a deep cut going really far back into Sora's history, but during her very first stream, she had about 13 viewers. 13 viewers. And she calls those viewers her original Knights of the Round. And I think, like, it's been hinted that Miko was a part of those first 13 viewers. But it's been hinted at. It hasn't been confirmed nor denied though. I do like to believe that Miko was one of those first 13 viewers. I don't think, yeah, Miko had not even debuted back then. But I think she was cooking her entire thing at the time. Not too sure about that one. But Sora always wanted to be an idol, and I believe, I don't quite remember how it went down with Yago at the time, but Hololive used to be this whole tech company, right? They made VR games. Like if you go to Steam right now and look up covers games, there's a ping pong game in VR. Really weird. And they were gonna make VR stuff and whatever, but then what's her face? A-chan and Tokino Sora came around and they were like, hey, let's do some stuff like this. Maybe we can use that technology of yours to I cannot get this one right. Ooh-ah! Maybe I should start from here instead. Okay, well that helped a lot more. Maybe we should use that technology of yours to this one's, let me adjust this arc. Technology of yours to do the thing, do some VTubing. So A-chan, being Sora's manager, basically support, together they started streaming. And at first, growth was pretty slow, if I recall correctly. I want this one to just flow into the back of her hair now. Because she has these, spikes that are protruding. I guess I can go ahead and draw one of them here. Here we go. Hair is usually the part that takes me the longest to complete. Her outfit isn't too bad, because luckily she doesn't have any sleeves, so I can probably get that done fast. Although she does have those nice ribbons. Those might take me a second. Let me just make sure that they're parallel to each other. And there's also a bit of a perspective thing. I have my hands on Control Z instead of my Wacom's undo button. Better be a bit careful about that one. I'm trying to actively encourage myself to use those shortcuts rather than the fucking keyboard, because it saves a lot of time and better for my posture, because I'm not leaning over to my keyboard. Num 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 num. I think I might gonna end up having to do a thing here. I think the way I drew this, I'm gonna have to split some layers real quick. Alright. Okay. Actually, this is a nice line. I can fill this in real soon. I think I can already fill this in. Let me see. Let me try that out. I did it again. I'm using the keyboard. This is gonna be a hard habit to break. Alright, not bad. Kinda like it. Why am I looking at OBS to do this? I need to do this on the monitor. There we go. Oh, ah! Alright, I don't think it looks too bad. It's gonna look a lot better once I start shading it. Nice-oo, nice-oo. And I need to make another hair layer. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. Actually, I can do a thing to just cover that up. Since I need to, make a new layer anyway, so I think I'm gonna do this. Cool. I overdo it here? Oh, isn't this Muna's song? What's it called? High Tide? Yeah, it's High Tide. High Tidal. Okay, make a new layer. Put that behind the skeleton body. Call it hair back. Also need to color code it. I'll show you my layers in a second. I'll make that orange. That's where I get blind sometimes. Am I? Oh yeah, there you go. I am blind. Oh, I moved the entire thing. There we go. These are my layers. It helps color coding the layers a lot. Because I don't know what's wrong with me, but when I... Oh, I need to sneeze again. Yeah, but when I like work with layers and there are a ton of them, I end up like looking for a billion years for something that's right in front of me. As if I can't read it, as if I become blind to it. So I end up just using color coding because it's just so much easier for me to find things. I'm like, okay, I just need to find this color. Once I do, it's smooth sailing. There we go. I think we can work with this. There's a little bit of refinement we have to do. Obviously, I haven't drawn these things yet. And there's some additional stuff I want to do. For example, if you look here, there's a split in her hair, right? Let's add that little split. And I think I want to just add one here too, just for some little added dynamicness. And by the way to do that, I basically... It doesn't need to be amazing. Alright, then I think I'm just going to use a magic wand to select that part and delete it. I'm going to change the settings on that. Ooh. There we go. That's all I had to do. And then just do it again. And not the I drop a magic wand. Delete. Alright, yeah, that made a huge difference. Just that little thing. Now we gotta draw these tiny things too. I think I'm gonna do that on the layer below it, actually. And then I'll just merge the layers. It belongs in a museum. Yo, Robot Hips, how you doing? Thank you. It does belong in a museum. Everyone in Hololive is gonna be drawn like this. Everyone! This is number 1 out of, what, 70 something? We're gonna be here for a while, Robot Hips. We're gonna be here for a while. Wow. So she's got these stray hairs. I'm gonna draw those next. Those long ones, very long ones. As long as we remember the principle. Are? Okay, forget about making this on another layer. I'm just gonna do it here. The thing we were talking about before, right? Draw them with your arm, not your wrist. It's a little bit hard because small, fine details, like these thin strands, with this tiny canvas that I'm working with, is a bit hard. I think the initial line I had is just bad. Hey. And then you gotta make sure it's like the same thickness, right? I think this works. It doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, if you look at it like this, you know, I think I can go ahead and give it a tip. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think this is enough space to do that. Where were we when it came to her story? Oh yeah, I was talking about how together with A-chan, Sora and Yago just you know, made Hololive into what it is today. One of the defining moments in Sora's career, though, has to be the Christmas miracle of 2017, I believe. Was that it? She wasn't the most popular to begin with. I think she would just average like around 100 viewers at the time. I think Miko might have debuted by then. Not really sure. Come on. Oh, I need to redo the tip. But the Christmas miracle is basically she went from like 1,000 subscribers to like 3,000 or 4,000 overnight. What happened was basically she was doing a Christmas stream and she was showing off a recolor of her outfit. It's not this one, this is a newer model, but she was showing off a recolor of her old outfit in Christmas colors, you know, red and green. And at the time, I believe the story went like another VTuber, a much bigger one. One of the ones that was called the four Demon Lords. And not the, I think, four heavenly, what was it called? Four heavenly gods? Shiteno. Four heavenly kings, that's it. Because at the time there were four big giant ass VTubers. Kizuna Ai, Kaguya Luna, I believe. Shiro. Who was the other one? Mirai Akari. Was it? And then on top of that was Kizuna Ai. I think I got... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Shiro was gonna do like a big birthday stream. Not birthday, Christmas stream. But she ran into technical issues, so what she did was instead she couldn't start the stream, so she redirected people to others. I'm just gonna draw this one like this. I'm not gonna have it go down too much. She redirected people to others. She was like, go watch other people instead, I guess. And some of her viewers were redirected to Sora's stream, Christmas stream. And then Sora stream got a lot of attention from overseas as well. And then suddenly she had like 1,000 viewers overnight. And she was tiny at the time, right? And that was like a huge moment in Sora's career. A very important moment, actually. Ooh. Here we go. I wonder how this looks. Can we fill it in? I think it works. I need to fill in a little bit more down here. Ooh. What's that ring? You guys can't see the ring. I have this ring stuck. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, what the hell was that? Let's zoom out a little bit. I think we got ourselves a good hair base. Awesome. Let me do some water. Very good, very good. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So I think I'm gonna draw the hair ornaments now. These two. Those are pretty simple. They're just, you know, stars and diamonds. I'm gonna draw the diamond first. Diamond. And I need to sample a good color from it too. Because I'm gonna draw the outline first. It's like right up here, right? Oh, when I start shading it, that's when this thing is gonna come alive. I enjoy the shading part. Oh, that was a terrible color. Let me just... Okay, this works as an outline. Just gotta make sure it's perfectly geometric. I think this side needs to be a bit longer. Alright, good enough. I will shade it later to make it actually look 3D-ish. So for now, this flat shape is more than enough. Although when it comes to her star, I don't have enough canvas space to properly make this, so I'm gonna use a thicker brush for the star. I think 4 pixels should be good enough. And just like the other one, I will shade it later. Okay. So, oh, this is gonna be a bit of a perspective thing. Let's see. Okay, I need to draw this one on its own layer. So if it's over here, it needs to be kinda... Oh, doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Actually, no, this is not in perspective. As you can see, this is taking every ounce of focus in my brain, in my skeleton brain, to get right. What? No, that was pretty awful. Need to adjust the angle of this. Nice. Nice. Yo. ちょっと待って。その名前の読み方は難しい。はずささん。ごめん、間違えた。すみませんね。Got distracted by work. No, don't worry about it. I'm drawing her a star now. 今、星のやつを描きます。大丈夫。Don't worry about it. Okay, we can go back to the other brush size now. Tokino Sora, かわいいね。He's cute. Oh, this is a good color. Oh, this is Play Dice from Hako's Bales. This one. このやつ、そっちの方がいいかな。Yeah, this looks good. めっちゃいいこれ。超いい。It's super good. And then we'll fill it in like this. まあなんか変になった。It looks a little bit weird. Also, just gonna speak a little Japanese. ごめん、この配信は日本語と英語だけど、ちょっと大体英語だけ喋った。I was saying this stream is supposed to be English and Japanese, but I kind of ended up just speaking English. Smooth work on that ribbon. Thank you. Let me just fill it in a little bit further. And then we'll shade it in a bit. Nice. Nice. Let's get started on her clothes then. There we go. We need to shrink this down a little bit. Because I want the entire ribbon in frame. ちょっと待って。俺邪魔だ。I'm in the way. これでかいリボン全部ここに欲しいから。Honestly, this is looking great already. It's a bit amateurish, but you know. ちょっとアマチュアっぽいけど、なんかいいこれ。Let's see. Okay, we can start with the clothes. Let me just make a new layer. ちょっと新しいレイヤーを作りましょう。これは青い。 clothes. Collar. I'm gonna have the collar to be on its own layer. ちょっとコラー自分のレイヤーの方がいい。Collar under あとはね、リボン。The ribbon has to be on its own layer. リボンも自分のレイヤーはいい。Ribbon. Okay, I kind of misspelled it, but. Look, I misspelled ribbon. Wow. よく見えない。You guys can't see it that well, though. みんなよく見えないけど。Holy shit, This might be a bit lewd. She's naked. ちょっと、全裸だ。見ないで。エッチこれ。エッチ。うわ、don't look. 見ないで。Alright, let's get started on the clothes. まず、リボン。リボンじゃねえ。collar. Let's get started on the collar first. There's a bit of a goldie. It's got a golden rim. ちょっと金色のやつある。You know, speaking of that, you see how the golden outline on my clothes are a bit flat? I want to fix that a little bit. I want to give it a little bit of a metallic sheen on my 2.0. ちょっと、俺のなんだっけ、金色のコラーね、外側のやつ。ちょっともっとピカピカになりたいから、2.0 モデルで見るときに、これ、やりたい。それやりたい。the collar. I need to keep its size in check a little bit. I might need two colors for the outline on this one. I'm gonna be doing this in a really ineffective manner. Please bear with me. 俺のテクニックはちょっとそんな良くないかも。You know, most artists would, sketch it out, but I don't. They're stupid skeletons. I don't feel like I need to sketch out anything. Okay, then I'll swap to this one. あとはこのナイス。Whoa. What song will we be listening to next? Oh, what was this one called? 何の曲だそれ? Oh, it's Doggy Got Street. Ooh, nice. I love Doggy Got Street. It's by Korone. The lo-fi version. Can't wait to be content ID'd. Because that's what happened last time I used this playlist. I think I need to redraw the first one. このやつもう一回やり直したい。The way I'm doing it is also a little bit hard to see. Hey, it looks a bit off. Looks very off. I think it's just the angle I have on this. Are? Let me just try and overlay this for a sec. Because in the end, I'm not an amazing artist. Let's just do an overlay just as an aid. God, I can't see shit. Okay, I see what I'm doing wrong. ちょっとなんかそんな良くない俺のやつ。Let's just get rid of it all. And for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna use a color of a brush that is easy to see. Yeah, her neck is longer than your skeleton's, just adjust it slightly smaller. And it's also, you know, the perspective a little bit hard to see. So I'm just gonna use this as a, you know, handy guide. ちょっとこれをやります。こっちの方はいいかも。Like these perspectives are a little bit tricky. All right. Let me just adjust. It doesn't need to be like 1-to-1 because my version is a little bit stylized. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. I think I'm getting something good here. What? I deleted. Okay, I think we can go with this. And then of course I need to do the thing. What do you call it? Do the thing. What's the thing? Shade it. Okay, now I just need to color it. So I'll just do a selection and do some recoloring here. Nice, nice. There's one thing I'm sure that bothered, or not really bothered, but like was a big source of worry for Sora in Hololive, because she's the very first Hololive member, right? So she has this status as being like the Dai Senpai, the great senpai, and a lot of the members unfortunately were like very nervous to interact with her because of her, you know, legendary status within the company, being the very first and all. It created this really weird tension where people would kind of, where the other members would kind of not interact with her the same way they did the others. Like they might be a little bit too nervous to just joke around or maybe take a joke too far, because Sora is also very seiso. She's very if those who don't know what seiso means, I think pure would be the easiest way to describe that word. Very earnest, very innocent, and also, you know, the deep respect and Japanese work culture. They're like, oh my god, they're basically on the same level as the CEO. Gotta show my respect and all that stuff. So it created this weird tension, right? Where I'm sure she felt like she couldn't like interact with them on the same grounds, but that's something that kind of went away just with time, especially once Sora ended up you know, I think she put a lot of effort into showing that she's very approachable that way, and these days, you know, everyone treats her the same as the others. Like, they know that she's the Dai Senpai. She's the one who basically carried the company on her back for the longest time. Yet, you know, that's no reason to, you know, hold back with jokes and stuff. Because in the end, you know, it's all about how everyone has fun with each other. So I think I'm going to draw this middle part first. She does have a bit of a boob thing going on. Should we give her boobs? But, you know, giving skeleton boobs is, we have to get creative when we do that. I think I'm just gonna draw a bigger collar and Because this is what I do when I have to draw someone with boobs and they have a cleavage. Let me show. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you. I think this one's a very good example of when I drew my friend Nina Eru. See? She has a cleavage, she has boobs, so I just put this is what her fans look like, just these zombie heads. So I just stuffed 2 of them in there, and it worked out. And for Hokke Sensei, you know, there we go. He has his mascot girl who has huge boobs, so I drew that, and then I put Hokke Sensei himself where the boobs are supposed to be. Sometimes you need these creative solutions. There we go. And then another one of these spikes. You know, her colors kind of look like mine. They're very big. Ah, shit. This coloration that I'm using is kind of hard to see. Let's zoom in a little bit. 一回zoomしよう. Nyam 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 nyam. When Sora reached her first million subscriber milestone, right? She had a really heartfelt message. Have you listened to a part of it by Rose and Bruno Mars yet? When did that come out? 2 weeks ago? I have not. Hold on, let me mute this for a second and give it a quick listen. Where the hell is it? Oh. There we go. I think I muted Firefox. Let me check. Oh, I think I've seen this music video before. Just on Twitter, right? Yeah, I've seen like clips of that music video on Twitter. I don't have time to watch the entire thing here, but I'll do it after the stream. I have the tab open here. Speaking of tension, that knucklehead Johnny Somali is going to end up in Fireland. Oh, I saw that. He was that absolute menace of a human being. It was really funny. He was being targeted by Korean streamers and stuff. Not just streamers, but just Koreans in general for just being an utter menace. He got beat up a couple of times, and then the Korean police arrested his ass for just being a fucking menace in general. I don't understand what is... That man is fundamentally just broken and just messed up in the head. I just don't understand that mentality. What? You know, the worst part is, what's worse than Johnny Somali are the people who think what he's doing is funny. But yeah, but the guy got himself arrested by the Korean police. Hopefully they'll send him to the North Korean gulag, you know. Not that, you know, South Korea works with North Korea, but would be funny seeing that guy just getting completely fucked in North Korean jail. God, he's so obnoxious. It's ridiculous. I hope, you know, Japanese police was way too lenient with the guy. They just gave him a fine and then released him. And that's bullshit. Hope they just keep him there in Korean prison for a very long time for being an absolute menace of a human being. I think this is good. Oh, this is Unison? Oh, that's real good. The song. I'm talking about the song. I love Unison. It's one of Marien's best songs. It's also a very unique song. I need to swap the color. Nice. Hopefully his action didn't hurt perception of Taurus and JP and SK. I think they did to some extent. Honestly, I don't know about South Korea, but in Japan, it most likely did. Japan ended up banning just public live streams in general because it became a nuisance, I guess. A lot of just foreign people would just end up being a pain in the ass about that kind of stuff. It kind of, you know, thanks to people like Johnny Somali, I ended up getting a really, really bad perception of Kick. Because that's what I associated with now. Like, Twitch doesn't allow you to be a menace. Seems like Kick does. You got punched by some special forces Korean streamer based. Waiting for him outside his hotel, that's so funny. That's what he deserves for being an utter menace. I'm not satisfied with that curve. That's what I love about digital drawing, man. You can just Control Z. With a pen and paper, you have to erase, and it takes some effort. Kick is where the people who got banned from Twitch. Oh, let me read that again. Twitch is where people go who got banned from Twitch for being idiots go. Yeah. Nightmare of a place. You know, before, when Kick was new, I did entertain the thought. I was like, should I try multi-streaming to Kick? Kinda glad I didn't. There's a certain fan base on that site that I don't really want to associate with, like, in the slightest. Alright, I'm gonna draw this part now. I kind of forgot about the details on the shirt, but we'll get back to that later. We shall get back to that later. I'm wondering, are these skeletons morbid? Because, like, I'm trying to make them cute, you know? But would someone look at this and go, egui? Nah, I think I'm worried too much. Maybe I'm thinking, no, before I draw this, I want to draw the ribbon first. その前にこれそのやつの前にちょっとリボンを描きたい. So I want to draw the ribbon first. And for that, I need the color of the gold here. And Kick-Ass, what a nightmare Kick-Ass. Oh, I got completely distracted. I was gonna talk about when Sora reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube. A little bit of a background. Sora has been taking English classes ever since Hololive ended up becoming really, really big with overseas people. She started taking English classes, and her English has actually improved quite a bit. She's coherent, I would say. Coherent, and that kind of comes off as rude, but she's not very understandable for not having studied English for that long, and it's very nice to see, because a lot of Japanese people, they struggle with studying English in general. Her friend A-chan as well, she started studying a lot of English, and she's really good at it now. Like, to the point where she could even collab with the Hololive English members without much issue. I think I need to shrink the ribbon a little bit. I really want the ribbon to be like a major focus of this thing, and I want all of it to be visible. Maybe I could just cut it off a little bit around here. Okay, yeah, that works out. This song was Oh, Aqua no palette. Right. Fuck. Aqua song. I kind of overshot the outline here, but I'll fix it in a bit. I need to switch back to the golden outline anyway. For the end of her ribbons. They have these golden pads on them, right? Anyway, the English thing. I'm going back to her anniversary message. So when she, not anniversary, so when she reached her 1 million subs thing, she ended up saying a really long message in English to all of her English fans. Really like showing off just how much she's been doing her best learning English. She's like, oh, Sora. And then you realize that Yago has turned you into a dirty idol enthusiast. Something you thought you'd never become, but here you are, admiring idols in an era where you thought that was never gonna be possible. Because honestly, before Hololive, I did not really care at all about idols. And to some extent, that still rings true, but Hololive is just a different beast, you know. I consider them comedians, first and foremost. Let me just fill these in. Do you guys see this? Yeah. Sometimes when I get locked in, I don't focus on what you guys see on OBS. And then I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing shit off frame all this time. I don't know about this ribbon. I'm sure it's gonna look better once I start shading it. No, I don't like it. I feel like it's too, for lack of a better term, flaccid. I think it's too fucking flaccid. Damn it, I'm gonna have to redraw it. I think I only need to redraw the top part, although the top part is kind of, you know, baked in. It's also, I can't exactly make it look like this with the angle and everything because of the way I've drawn this. So let's just erase. Erase. But man, she, that English message, very long one, was like, oh, Sora, you did your best. Because I think Sora realizes that, she also realizes that other talents kind of, when it comes to subscriber counts and all that, they kind of ended up overtaking her, especially other talents like Fubuki and whatever. And that's not a bad thing. Honestly, that's not a bad thing. And I think Sora realizes, you know, it's Hololive is a thing it's a ship they're all in on together. And it's not quite a race, you know. But you know, there are probably, you know, some feelings when you're like, oh, I'm not as popular anymore as the rest of them. I'm pretty sure there were some feelings like that, but Sora, through her own efforts and determination, she's now a big player, like as big as the rest of them, with a big overseas following. These fucking ribbons, I'm not happy with them. Let's redo. I think what I need is a bit of a harsher end. There we go. Ooh, yeah. It was a little bit too rounded before. Not to mention, Sora has an adorable voice. I've listened. I listened to quite a lot of her songs, actually. A lot of her songs are a little bit... They do. I will admit that some of her songs do fall outside of what I like in music. But like, for every song of hers that I'm not the biggest fan of, she makes like a song that I really, really like. I need to go through, look at my playlist, and just mention a couple that I really like. I think Kotoba Kaze is one of my favorites. Let me check my playlist. Oh, I got a message from me mom. Just give me a second. Sora no Toki is probably her cutest song though. Holy shit. The first time I heard Sora no Toki, my heart was like, oh my god, this is so cute. It's like the most Sora song you can imagine. But I think Kotoba Kaze might be my favorite Sora song. Kotoba Kaze. Actually, let's swap to the other lo-fi and chill mix. Is one of her songs in here as a lo-file? We can listen to that. Precious Photographs? Nah, it's not in here. Oh well, let's just go back to the other. Kotoba Kaze is really good though. I really like it. I enjoy it a lot. Listened to it probably a billion times. One song I don't hear a lot of people talk about is Metro Night from Sora as well that I really enjoyed. I just really like those chill songs like that. Like a bit of a city pop vibe. Yeah, Sora no Toki is fucking cute. Absolutely adorable. I really enjoyed, like Sora is not very good at games. But, I don't know, with these damn VTubers, it's like, you just enjoy watching them be bad, yet never giving up and trying to beat whatever the hell they're trying to beat. She was playing the original Mario a while ago. Oh wow, what happened there? Super Mario Brothers on NES, and she was terrible at it. But she ended up beating it. And that's all that matters, right? And she did it all while being cute. Doing those cute noises. Couldn't get enough of that shit. Then she started playing the other Marios too. She was bad at them as well, but she had fun. And that's all that matters, right? Let's see. I wanna draw the... Ooh. Super Mario NES is a weak spot? You're terrible at it? Oh my god, I can't believe Cyber is bad at video games. Now I get it. Its controls are very... Oh, what did I do? Its controls are very awkward. Being like Nintendo's very first Nintendo, or just NES game in general. Bad at Mario, good at Sonic. Speaking of Sonic, I gotta destroy you guys' ears sometimes with blasting Sonic. It's just biological warfare. Okay, that's one of the buttons. I think I want two buttons actually. Draw one of them here. Draw the other down here. Nice. Oh fuck, Sonic Rush. I completely forgot about that. Honto da. It was never peace, just a break. You know it. You know it. Sonic warfare goes on for an eternity. When you think you've had a break from Sonic, it'll come striking back at you when you least expect it. I think I'm gonna do an outline on that one actually. Now I can actually draw this little thing in the middle. There's a little bit more detail in it, like triangle things, but you know, the nature of my canvas here being so small, I don't think I can do that. It's fine though. Don't need it. She also has a couple of star shapes here that I need to draw in. Also notice that I haven't filled this part in, so we gotta do that. I don't think Sora has played Sonic yet. Korone is the Sonic ambassador, so she plays that quite often. But I've never seen Sora do it. Will you play the new Holo? Oh, yo, Erito Miko, how you doing? Will you stream the Holo Cure new update? Of course! I'm really looking forward to the new Holo Cure update. I love Holo Cure. Let's see, have we missed any details? I think we can start shading her now. And once we finish shading her, she's done. Sora wasn't too bad to draw. I'm actually now looking forward to drawing a couple of members because they have complicated outfits and hair. Like, I'm pretty sure Korone's braids are gonna kill me. Let's see. She's not gonna be too bad. This is basically just drawing Shadow the Hedgehog. It's gonna be fine. I've drawn Shadow many times when I was a kid. Her braid is gonna fuck me up too. Why did that show up anyway? Her braids are gonna fuck me up so bad. I think Polka though, she's gonna be the end of me. Polka's gonna be the fucking end of me. I'm gonna start shading the diamond ornament first. For this one, I'm gonna need many different shades of gold. Let's see. Oh, the light source comes from here, up here. So the colors need to be inverted or just flipped. So the brightest part right here. Yeah, I'm actually not that happy with this shade of. There we go. This is more of a yellow-like shade. Actually, let's just get rid of this base that I drew. I'm doing the thing again where I'm using the keyboard. I should not be touching the keyboard in the slightest. Like, see, I just reached over to press space, but I have this button on my pen. I can just press that and move the canvas around. But I'm not doing it because I'm really bad at making new and better habits. You know, old habits die hard. I used Photoshop for way too long without a stupid drawing tablet. You need to get one of those hanky binders? What's that? What are you talking about? What's that? What is it? What's that product called? Hanky binder. All right. How does this look? It looks fine, but まあなんか大丈夫だけどこいつの色は Okay, that looks a lot better. I think contrast was just what I needed. And I kind of do want to adjust this color. Let me press X for a second. I think I know what's bothering me with this. The colors are too contrast. There we go. これめっちゃいい。めっちゃいいんじゃん。And now we have a little bit of depth on the diamond. Nice. Nice. Now let's add some shading to the star. For this, I'm going to use the same base color as this one. There you go, make it a little bit brighter. And then use this for the reflections. Like so. Let's add a bit of sheen to her nice star. Ah, this looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. Now I need to sample some colors here. ちょっとここからのいろいろな色取ろう。I want to make this contagious. Okay, yeah, this is a really good color. これめっちゃいい色だ。ライティング、シェーディングのために。Here I am suddenly busting out the Japanese, even though I haven't barely spoken a lick of Japanese. Nice. And let's see, we need to simulate the creases as well. So over here we have a lot of creases, right? Nice. Yeah, these probably conveyed. I don't feel like it. Let me just do some stuff like this. You know, creases and stuff. Those are important, right? It needs a little bit of depth like this. And then just on the outside a little bit. Oh, not there, not there, not there. I think if we zoom out, this should look good. I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but for now, let's leave it like this. ちょっと 100% 満足じゃないんだけど、とりあえずこれはいい。Now the hair. Oh, that's how I did it? Speaking of the hair, 1 second. ちょっと待て! There we go. I forgot to fill this part in. Listen, this is when this drawing is going to completely transform. Oh, I should have put the Hololive Skellies hashtag in this thing's title. Speaking of Japanese, where will one go to start learning the moon moons? You're gonna start, Robot Hips? Are you getting sick and tired of these shitty localizations we're getting these days? Honestly, Wanikani. Go to Wanikani. Start there. It's a little bit slow, but it's a good starting point. He is. It's a good starting point. But Anki works as well. However, I feel like Wanikani will probably ease you into it pretty well. And then you gotta start studying grammar, right? I'm usually Genki. The books Genki are recommended. I never use Genki. Because I'm the kind of person who doesn't learn much from textbooks. I need more practical examples. And I mean, for me, I also did start off in a classroom environment. It's kind of where I got my start. But before anything, you gotta learn your hiragana and katakana. That's like the thing you start with, alongside with basic grammar. I could link you a couple of things. Here, let me just grab one of the recommended guides. Where the hell was it? Was this the one? Huh. They deleted Itazura Neko? Oh, there we go. I think I found a decent thing. And then there was another site. You actually have some Genki books you bought but never used? Well, get started with that then. What are you doing? You have the books. It might work better for you than it did for me. Genki. Let's see. There is another site. I think it was Japanese the Moe way. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna drop these two links for you. they both approach learning Japanese very differently. I like the way Tatsumoro does it, where it's basically immersion learning. But check those two links out. They have a gazillion resources for you to get started. Also, you too, Cyber. You fucking procrastinating fuck. You've been saying you're gonna study this shit for like 5 years now. You gotta listen to, what's his face? Shia LaBeouf, you know? Do it! Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it! You're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Just do it! Just do it! Just like that. People might call the guy an idiot, but that video, as much as it is a meme, he's right. Just do it. You just gotta do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Just do it. I've said tomorrow, yesterday, and the day before, and the day before. I said tomorrow all the time. But at some point you gotta say, not tomorrow. Today! Just like Fuamako says, not tomorrow, today! Oh shit, the playlist is gone. Let me swap to another playlist. I think this one will work. I know, right? If you can do it today, why not tomorrow? No, gotta do it today! Podcast work is ending soon, so you'll have more free time. Do it while doing your podcast, while everyone is talking. Just study, brush up on your moon runes. Never give up guy on repeat. Yeah, never give up. He's legendary. Let's grab him. Let's see. Can we fetch the gif of him? Oh, there it is. There it is. A very good gif of him on Tenor. We shall save this gif and bring him up on stream. We'll put him up here. Yeah, see? Yo, Yola, how you doing? We're talking about how Cyber has been saying he's gonna study Japanese tomorrow for the past 5 years. So this guy's gotta get on it. Look at me. I'm not an artist, yet I'm drawing here. We're drawing Tokino Sora. And we're doing a great job. And I don't have an artistic background. I barely have an artistic education. Just me, you know, picking up this pencil. And now I'm doing this. I sent you the Twitter link for setting up a Joy-Con as a handheld keybind shortcut tool. You know, that's not bad. The issue I have with that though is that the Joy-Con batteries suck. They suck. They're bad. Just like Pews. Oh yeah, PewDiePie. He started drawing too. He just picked up the pencil and, you know, just started drawing. And that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You know what the hardest part is? The hardest part of any creative thing you start doing is getting started. Not just creative stuff. Not just creative stuff. Like studying a language or a new thing. Getting started and overcoming that first hurdle is like the hardest thing ever. But once you overcome that initial hurdle, that's when things become smooth, because now you have a bit of an understanding of how things work. And you're like, oh, naruhodo, naruhodo. So this is how it is, huh? And not just like the Pop Team Epic gif where you say, yes, I understand. But you don't understand anything. You actually start understanding the rules. And you just get better and better. That's what happened to me. And of course, you do need a strong motivator. A lot of people, they just start studying Japanese, for example, but they don't have a strong motivator. They're kind of just like, oh man, I love this anime. I'm going to start studying Japanese. But it's like a very shallow reason, right? Maybe just learning it for your favorite anime is not enough. because what else are you going to use it for? But if you have that strong motivator, you actually care about the culture, or maybe you're just very passionate about the stuff you consume, you want to consume it in the way it was intended to be consumed. Anime is some people's lives. Yeah, like mine. I became anime. Study Japanese or get Japanese waifu. Yeah, get a Japanese waifu too. That works. Or a boyfriend if you're a girl. Also this channel is fantastic. I wholeheartedly recommend it. This guy, he teaches you Japanese with games. He goes ahead and breaks down the grammar and everything in a certain game he just picks up. He has like a vocab list for a lot of the games he covers. I wholeheartedly recommend Game Gengo. Like, I think he did one on Ace Attorney. And Ace Attorney can be pretty daunting because, you know, it's got a lot of heavy law words. But my boy Game Genko, he's got you covered. He'll be like, listen, this is how it's used. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, I checked out one of his grammar videos. I don't remember actually now that I talk about it. JWoww. Oh, holy shit, JWoww. That is blast from the past. That is a blast from the past. That reminds me. I don't think people watched her for the language learning more than for other reasons. I think it's pretty obvious. What the hell was her name? What was her name? What the hell was her name? She was this goth weeb. Oh my god, what was her name? Robot Hips, you just unlocked a couple of memories in my brain I thought I had lost forever. I completely forgot about her. Was it Hannah Minxie? No. No, Hannah Minx. Yeah, it was Hannah Minx. She vanished off the internet. Hannah Minx. Wow, I had completely forgotten about her. She did those JWoww videos. But then she kind of just vanished. And people watched her because she had this gigantic cleavage on. Like, that was the only reason. Because she didn't hide them. She did not hide them at all. And it kind of became a bit of a meme. Man, that is some classic internet stuff. Do you think Korone will get her solo live, or is it not one of her goals? Good question. Good question on that one, actually. Has Korone ever expressed wanting to do a big solo live? Like, Miko had one recently. Fubuki had one today, actually. Fubuki had hers today. I didn't get to see it. I did watch Miko's, though, and it was very heartfelt. She had this really nice message to her fans at the end. She started crying. Super cute. Adorable. I love Miko. One of my favorites. We're gonna draw her soon as well. Next Hololives I'm gonna draw will be gamers. So Korone, Fubuki, Okayu, and Mio. And then after that I'm gonna go back to Gen 0 and draw the rest. So I think after that I'm gonna draw Miko, then Suisei, then Roboko, and then Azuki. Why is Halloween over? Halloween is never over if you believe in your heart. She had them on. You see that, like she was making fair. Yola, Halloween is only over if you let it be over. Yeah, we must continue fighting the war against Christmas, so November can be Halloween. Halloween time too. Robok is over. She doesn't have a skeleton. How do we draw Roboko? You make a good point, Aritomiko. Very good point. The war against Christmas. More like the war against Mariah Carey. Song of Nightmares. Yeah, we can draw a metal framework. I was thinking that. She's gonna be fun to draw. Actually, before I draw her, I'm gonna have to think a little bit about how I want to approach her drawing. Kuyashi, I am doing Terminator style. Kuyashi. 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 I love Kaiji. Kinda wanna rewatch that sometime. November hits. I have $1 million on Mariah Carey. Ew, that was a bad color that I just picked. Let me see. What about over here? Okay, I think this works. Now I just gotta shade the shadows. Nice. Oh, I feel like... Nah, I don't like it. Picking a good color palette can be surprisingly tricky. This is a good one. You're listening to Apollo stream on Apple AirPods Max? You're really making your money's worth on that thing. Making your money's worth. Oh. You got them on sale, right? I think that was it. Slightly off. I would like to try them on. You know, how much do they cost? 1,500 buckaroos? For that price, they gotta be amazing. They gotta be amazing. But I don't have any Apple devices, like, at all. Well, that's kind of a lie. This is an iPhone 11 tracking my face at the moment. But I do want to try it out. I mean, they gotta be good, right? They gotta be good, right? Got a smudge tool to even out the shiny parts. I'm not gonna use the smudge tool because it has to be pixelated. This is kind of pixel arty. Well, not pixel arty, to be honest. It's I want to keep it. I don't want it to have any aliasing or anti-aliasing, so I want hard edges. So no smudge tools, but I can fill those in a little bit. I do see what you mean. Just for a little bit of balance, you gotta draw this in correctly. You can draw a little bit of a shadow for this one though. Nice. Nice. I have been going through some basic art foundations lately. Terrible at it. Back to the headphones real quick. When I went to Japan with my friend last year. Oh, actually, I don't know if I like what I did there. He had these expensive Sony headphones with noise canceling. With noise canceling, right? And like the best I've got are my Samsung buds with their own noise canceling, but you know, they're buds, so the noise canceling is not gonna be that good. And you know, it's fine for what it is. It doesn't block out that much noise, but it does mitigate the airplane noise a little bit. So I was like, hey, yo, my man, let me try those out for a second. Let me see how it is. And I was floored. When I put those things on, I could not hear the airplane engine at all. It was complete silence. And I was like, hey, I need me one of those. I need me one of those real bad. But it's also, I only feel that way when I'm on an airplane. When I'm at home, I don't use it. I wouldn't use the noise canceling, you know, because I'm at home. Yeah, Sony does make incredible headphones. So I'm wondering, is it worth getting? Because I also feel like, you know, sure, you pay for that feature of having insane noise canceling, but you also get really, really good audio. And on top of that, if say you want to watch a movie or something and you want to be completely immersed, in the content you're watching, I don't think you can beat that. It just like isolates you and puts you into your own little bubble. I just need to make sure I get all the edges. There we go. I'll have to watch the video at some point to figure out how to use them. I don't know what spatial audio is. A spatial audio, just like briefly, it means it's basically 3D audio. You put the headphones on and it feels like, say you're watching a movie that supports spatial audio, it feels like you're in that world. Like if someone drops something a couple of feet away behind you, you will feel like someone actually dropped the thing behind you, and your knee-jerk reaction is to look back and see what was just there. But, you know, it's the movie. VR headsets use that feature as well. Like my Valve Index in VR, if something drops behind me, it will feel like something actually dropped behind me. Is it a gimmick? What if it kills battery life? I don't think it kills battery life. The way it works... Oh shit, I overdid that. I can draw you a diagram now that I have a pen and... or digital pen and paper on hand. Let me show you. We're gonna draw the diagram right here. On a new canvas, actually. Let me just fill this with white. So here's your headphone, right? We're gonna draw this. This is, you know, if you look at it straight like this, right? You know, on the side the headphones will look like this. So this is it. This is as if you're looking at it like this. So you have your headphones, right? It's got like multiple speakers around here. Like the main speaker, you'll hear things from it, and then like to simulate something you hear over here behind you, things will play from here. And it'll sound like it's coming from over here, right? It's just the way it works. It's just multiple speakers and stuff. That's what spatial audio is. And if you disable spatial audio, it'll just play everything through those speakers. So you get a more flat audio. So it doesn't make that much of a difference if you have it on or not, battery-wise. Although I think Apple AirPod Max batteries should last for a long time. Battery life, up to 20 hours? Yeah, for one charge, that's good. That's good. That'll last you like an entire trip to Japan and back. That was the wrong color. You recommend everyone join the Apple Garden? No, I don't like the software, Yola. I don't like it. I don't want to join the Apple Garden. Thanks for the tutorial. Thank you for listening to the tutorial. I don't want to join the Apple Garden though. I'll never. Should I draw one here too? A shadow? Let's see, how does this look? I feel like there's some stuff missing though. Do I need to like make this a bit clearer? I think that works. That was just as well. I wonder if I should add something like this. Just put a little more definition on the hair. Nice. それはいいかも。Like here, she's got her hair is dark there, but my lighting is different from that. Oh yeah, that was ridiculous. Get an Apple computer with its $900 USD wheels. You know, when I saw the images of the wheels on Twitter, I thought it was a meme. I was like, oh, it's just, you know, Apple has done ridiculous stuff in the past with their pricing. Funny little joke. Funny little joke. but you think this is a game to Apple, they will charge you $900 for some wheels and $1,000 for a stand, and you will like it. I think this is good enough. I honestly thought it was a joke, but it ended up not being. I don't hate Apple though. I think some of the stuff they do is insanity, but I'm like, you know, they have their audience for like their hardware. Like, I gotta give them that. Their hardware is crazy good. It's just too bad it's tied to Apple software. I don't like their software at all. Oh, you didn't hear about the wheels, Yola? We just... These things. Okay, they're not quite $900, Cyber. But they are pretty expensive. Here, this is it. Apple Mac Pro Wheel Kit. So you can easily move your iMac around. You put these $700 wheels under them. I'm not sure why this ends up costing $700. But I know, right? It's ridiculous. Here, I'll send the link even so you can verify it. Honestly, this is more ridiculous than the stand. This is more ridiculous than the stand because, you know, at least, you know, the stand is probably very rigid and durable and it'll hold your monitor. I mean, I'm not justifying it, but it'll hold your monitor like no other monitor stand. But wheels? They better be made out of, I don't know, some precious metals or some stuff. What is happening? Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Oops. I'm trying to fill in some of this stuff I missed. I think some around here as well. Yeah, it should have been made out of gold. If it was made out of gold, I'd be like, okay. I can see why it's so expensive. You think it's made out of platinum? What if it's made out of platinum? Because platinum's worth more than gold, right? If it's made out of platinum, you know, I can get behind that too. But why would you want platinum wheels? For what purpose? Do you think rich people buy those? It has to be targeted at rich people, right? Oh, what if they're targeted at enterprises? What if that's the intended market for that? They'll be like, okay, these companies, they'll buy anything worth anything. So if we can just sell it to the stupid enterprises, you know, they'll buy it. They'll buy it. Remember those gold $1,000 Apple Watches? I do. And you know what was so funny about that is, wasn't that like the first generation of Apple Watch? And they dropped support for those like really fast. So you ended up with a $10,000 golden Apple Watch that's essentially a brick because nothing supports it anymore. Pretty funny if you ask me. How did they get away with that? Or was that another generation of Apple Watches? I don't quite remember. This is looking a little bit weird. Probably because of the weird layering I've got going on here with the hair. Nice. Ooh. And then these additional shadows here. Shading the hair ended up taking a little bit longer than I expected to. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Before I shade a little bit more, there's one additional thing I want to do. I want to just add a bit of a darker layer to her back hair. Wow, that's not a pretty color at all. Let's redo that. Okay, I think this is good. Their hardware though, their M1 chip is incredibly good, and I wish other phones got to use them. I know that, oh my god, Samsung tried to make their own proprietary CPU for their phones, the Exynos, and it was trash. It was utter trash, so bad. And what's even worse is that depending on where you bought the phone, you'd either get a phone with one of those Exynos processors or the better Snapdragon processors. And the thing is, you know, in Europe, you would get the stupid Exynos processor with your Samsung phone. So you got a worse product compared to America. But luckily, they kind of killed their Exynos line, and no matter where you buy it now, you'll get the good chip. You'll get the good one. But it was ridiculous. My current Samsung phone uses the Exynos chip, and it apparently runs a little bit worse than the other ones. I should drop Samsung, to be honest. They've become ridiculous, if not more ridiculous than Apple lately. But who am I kidding? I'll probably get the new Samsung S25. What's going on? What's going on, Cyber? Your YouTube being broken? Your house gets broken into and they jack your PC's wheel. They'll be like, hey, this guy's PC wheel is worth its weight in gold. Even more, actually. Those wheels, they're worth more than gold. Really? What the hell is going on with YouTube for you? Why can't things just work? I think we're done with the hair. No, we are not. I forgot to shade this side on. There we go. Have you tried the Nintendo Music app? Not yet. I should try it out. I have a Nintendo Online subscription, so I can use it. It's kind of ridiculous though, because I was like, oh, so this is why they DMCA'd all of these Nintendo songs on YouTube. Of course, now it all makes sense. Oh, I like the shading there. You can kind of see the outline of the Skelly. Will you buy the Nintendo alarm clock? Well, I would fit the audience. You know how it only works when you're alone in the bed? I guess I would fit the audience. But would I want the Guardian noise waking me up in the morning, threatening to kill me with a laser? I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one, mate. I think there's enough stress in life. Maybe I don't really need the sound of a Guardian trying to blast me with a laser, trying to wake my ass up. Nice. This shadowing part is very important for some additional depth in the final image. So I always try to make sure that I get this part right. I'm insane, right? To decide to draw all of them, every single Hololive member like this? Holy moly. I'm so cooked. PTSD if that was an alarm. Do you guys know who Midori is? Japanese band. Alarm clock for single Nintendo man children so they can get dressed in their cargo shorts and Zelda shirts early. Apparently someone already hacked the alarm. Hope they come out with a new gen so you have to draw them too. Oh man. As if I don't have enough on my plate. I'll do it though. They'll come out with a new gen and I'll draw them too. Hey, but what do you mean you hope? What do you mean you hope? What did she mean by this? What did she mean by this exactly? They installed Doom on it, Yola. Now you can play Doom on the Alarmo. Because you got to be able to play Doom on every single device out there. Being able to play Doom. Oh, you can actually put custom music on it now? That's pretty good. You should be able to put your own things on it too. Like maybe you want Sora to wake you up, right? Make it work when two people are in bed. Wait, that actually works? You can make it work with two people in bed? I see. Well, they shouldn't charge more than $2.99. They really shouldn't. You know what the worst part is? It's got like Alarmo monitor. Let's see. The thing is like it uses a square screen on it. So you know the face is completely black, but the monitor on it is like a square, and it's not OLED. So you can see this gray outline of the monitor. It looks weird. I believe, Sai. Oh, I believe too. What the hell, Cyber? I can't believe you would do this. I can't believe you would just go on the internet and lie. Just shame on you, Cyber. I was gonna be like, hey, maybe the Alarmo is kind of worth it now. But no, it's not worth anything. Reminds me of that Arthur meme. Why would people go online and lie? Arthur, internet is one of my favorite memes. There it is. This. You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies? Cyber is one of those. Backdoor Sonic alert? Oh, you guessed right. It runs Doom. Yeah, I know, because I saw the video on Twitter. Someone ran Doom on it. And I thought that was so funny. I was like, of course. Of course they're gonna figure out how to run Doom on that thing. I think for this, shading like that is good enough. A little bit like this. Nice-oo. And I think I just want to add a little bit here too. Let's say Doom and Sonic. Let's see, what else? I don't think I need to do any additional shading for this part. Okay, let's move to the ribbon. The ribbon, that's a delicate part. You gotta make sure to get the shading on this just right. Otherwise, it'll look bad. Let's see. My previous attempt at a ribbon ended up being really nice. Let me see. There we go. Here's Hoshimaru Ribbon. Kind of funny. Her name is Ribbon. I did these decently nice ribbons, I would say. I think I have someone else with a good ribbon. Oh, it was her. No, it's not her. Are? Kapi-chan's ribbon. Okay, well, you can see it here. Kapi-chan's ribbons ended up looking really good too. So let's see if I can redo this magic. Oh man, Sonic is still one of the funniest memes ever. Do you guys, who here in chat doesn't know about the loud Sonic meme? I can link it, but ear destruction warning. I need to fill up this little gap here. I think I'm gonna do that. Oh, you don't know about it? Ho ho ho, Yola. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So don't do that to innocent children. Listen, Yola is 555 years old. She's ready to find out about Sonic. So a long time ago, this beautiful guy named who was the yeah you guys probably heard that for a second. This beautiful guy named Onyx Heart drew this incredible artwork of Sonic the Hedgehog. You will probably recognize the artwork, Yola. And it had this extremely blown up. Actually, let's just listen to it. Extremely blown up theme of Green Hill Zone, where he just draws Sonic the Hedgehog really poorly. Here it is. And it's one of the funniest things to me. Just one of the funniest things to me. Me and Robot Hips would used to send that to each other, just baiting each other. We'd be like, oh shit, look at this cool Monster Hunter video. And we'd link this instead and destroy each other's ears. We call it the Sonic Warfare. Good times, good times. But that's the source of that weird Sonic. And even Sega acknowledged it because it is fun. It is a funny little thing. 2 a.m. eardrum blasting. Hell yeah. What are you doing awake at 2 a.m., Robot Hips? Gotta go to bed. Sleeping is for the weak, though. Really funny backstory. I love it. Let me just... we're almost done with this image illustration. We just need to do this additional shading here. At least I don't have maximum volume, so I didn't destroy you guys' ear too bad. I hope. You got a cat, he keeps you up. Oh, I see. Cats do that. Cats do that. My buddy Ken Evergreen's cat is funny. We were playing Monster Hunter the other day on stream, and he was talking about how his cat would like 3 hours into the stream, his cat wanted attention because he had been ignoring them for too long because, you know, he was playing the game with me, and his cats they weren't very happy about it. Let's just say that. So they started just crying for attention. They'll be like, hey, play with me, play with me. I want cats. I do want cats. But where I live right now, they don't allow pets, which is kind of sad. I would have loved. Oh, hold on. Ah, I erased too much. Oh, okay, so there is some depth. But if you look at this here, there's some shadowing here. So that's how I should shade this one. Okay. Some white here, or some reflection here is good. I need to be a little bit careful with this one. It's very subtle, the shading. Oh, someone's streaming? I just heard a Twitch notification. I used to have a lot of annoying Twitch notification issues where I wouldn't get any notifications from them. But I recently figured out how to fix them. Base dog's always watching for you. Oh, your dog's trying to make you go to bed. The duality of dogs and cats. The duality. I'll get to that Doobie question in just a bit. What are your thoughts on Doobie? I think she's amazing. I mean, everyone knows who she is. But her first stream was awesome. I love that she got like, what do you call it? Those racks that you can hang from, and she just got them for the sake of her stream, so she can actually do some hanging and climbing on her walls. She's so talented. She's got her own. When she worked with Hololive, she basically built her own studio because it was getting very hard, especially during COVID. I believe it was during COVID. It got really hard for Hololive EN to just go to Japan in order to record 3D lives for their birthday and stuff. So she was like, I'll make my own studio then, for everyone to do their own 3D lives at home. And I think Kiara ended up getting a lot of use out of that. Oh, damn it. Hold on, I think I have to restart Photoshop. I ran into this weird bug where I can't draw anymore. Like, I've got the pen tool selected here, but it's not drawing anything. So I'm gonna restart Photoshop. What was it? Doobie. Oh, look, you can see my previous stuff. Oh no, my Pepe. What I admire about Doobie is that there is, like, a while ago I realized it is actually not that difficult to do like full body 3D streams at home. There is, you know, a monetary wall. Don't wash yourself. I would never. I'm not a degenerate like Vosh. There is this, of course, there's this big monetary thing, a barrier, but doobie in slang is weed. Really? Oh god. Maybe she knew what she was doing. I had no idea. The thing, I was talking about, right. I was always like, wait, it's not that hard to do 3D stuff at home, especially full body tracking. There's that money barrier because you do need a VR headset. This is like the cheapest, on the cheapest level. You do need a VR headset. Specifically this Steam VR headset. So you need those base mounts, base trackers, and you need like at the very least 3 additional trackers for your legs and hips. But that's like $1,500, right? For that much, you can build your own at home 3D studio. And like even like during my second anniversary, I had a really nice at home studio setup for that with full body tracking and everything. I could even dance and do whatever. And a lot of people don't quite realize how with just that plus VR chat, you can have your at home studio. Just takes a little bit of a technical know-how to how to get it started, but everyone can do it really. And I feel like Doobie was one of the only ones to realize this. She was like, wait, you can do this at home. For a while, I would tell my friends, I was like, what is going on? Why aren't more people doing this? When I experimented with it, especially when I recorded Cream TV, 2 videos before Apollo was conceived, before I woke up, and revived and stuff. Like this now, right? And Doobie or Ame was like the only one to realize it. I was like, what the hell? But then like, I think, what's her face? What the hell is her face? Fillion realized it too. And now she does content like that. And she uses the exact same thing, a VR headset and VR trackers. And then throws her headset away when she makes a joke. As a joke. I don't really like Fillion though. I'm not a big fan. It's just her humor doesn't really mesh with me. But doesn't Hololive use their own software? They do use their own software. The way they do it is, I don't think they use a VR headset. They have this thing where they strap an iPhone to like a thing on their heads, which tracks their faces, and then they use a mocap suit to track their entire bodies. That's the system they use, which is a lot more complicated and a lot more expensive. So it makes sense, you know, in a professional setting, that is the best. The only thing I'm very confused about with their setup is that their how does this look? Their face tracking isn't amazing. For the money that they have, they don't have really good face tracking in the slightest. Like their pupils don't move. Their pupils just do not move at all. And it's a little bit jarring, I feel. And I wonder why that is. You gotta think 20 years from now, the tech is going to be really streamlined. They are. You know, speaking of cover, they're changing their technology a little bit. Is that the color? They're moving away from, wait, what? Oh, the square is on that? They're moving away from Unity, and they're gonna start using Unreal Engine. Which is great, because now the fidelity of their streams, or their 3D streams, are gonna become much better. The thing is, Unreal Engine is a little bit harder to use though. But overall, it should do what they're trying to do better than anything else. Let me see. I think I want to use this shade of gold for the back reflection here. Oh shit, I think I didn't pick the right color. Or did I? I did, huh? Okay, this dark shade then. But it's good to see. I look forward to seeing how their 3D lives end up looking after they make the switch to Unreal Engine. I would like to learn Unreal Engine myself as well. But I don't think I need to for VTubing stuff as an indie VTuber. Let's see. Did the bug happen again? Come on. Yep. What is happening? This is so annoying. Because Unity is just much simpler to work with. And I think that's why it's a lot more prevalent with independent people. Just its ease of use and stuff. While Unreal Engine is a little bit more complex. Pepe time. Those are emotes I just quickly I save those because I can't explain shit. My brain is not working at the moment. When I saved those, they were WebP files, so I couldn't import them into Discord for one of the servers I'm in. So I had to like convert them to PNG here on Photoshop. Oh, the color is all wrong. There we go. Nice-oo. Okay, and then let's see. I need to add some reflections to this. We're almost done with this one. Nice. We are almost done with Tokino Sora. I think we'll do Korone tomorrow. In that case. And then on Thursday, we're gonna continue with either... Well, if I'm gonna draw Korone tomorrow, then the next one may as well be Okayu. I think Okayu is a good pick. Oh, Okayu. Happy birthday. Oh, Okayu. Happy birthday. Yeah, I think this slight golden shine here is gonna end up looking just super. Nice-oo. And then a little bit here as well, just some shadowing. Let's see, is there anything else I've forgotten? Let's zoom out and see how this looks. Those are great! I love it, it came out really nicely. But what am I forgetting now? Ah, I see. Etto. I see. Just need a little bit of a blue reflection here. on these buttons? You know, it's not that big of a thing, but it has a lot of flair if you look at the picture for a long time. What happened here? Did something mess up? Let me just take a look at my other skeletons as a reference. No, my base just looks like that in general. We'll leave that. Kind of bothers me though. I think I'm gonna have to upgrade this base skeleton. Let's do that. And I'm gonna have to apply that to my base as well, just because now that I notice it, it kind of bothers me. Get the magic wand. Just draw some additional shading in here. Actually, we should draw them on these ribs as well. There we go. What else? What else are we missing? Wow, that made a huge impact, actually. Huge impact. Oh, I see. I see what we're missing. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Oh, I didn't select the correct layer. There we go. Added a little bit of shading here for the color. What tea do I have today? Oh, today I had right. You reminded me that I have to do a tea stream soon. I had Chinese ripe pu'er tea. Chinese ripe pu'er tea. I've ended up becoming a bit of a tea snob. Let me show you what a ripe pu'er tea. It comes in these cakes, right? Let me save this image. I swear if this is an AVIF, okay, good, it's not. It comes compressed in a cake like this, and you use a tea pick to just break open a bit of it. Like I usually get 10 grams, and then you can steep those 10 grams multiple times. Steep? Did I say steep or steep? You got sent some matcha from Japan, and oh my lord, you need more. Oh, I have some matcha as well. I have some matcha as well. I gotta get through those. But you break this open, and what you do is you put the tea you broke open in a small teapot, very small one, that fits enough water for 1 cup of tea. You fill it up with a bit of hot water, then rinse that, and then rinse it once more, and just let it sit there for a little bit, for maybe 5 minutes, so the tea leaves can really activate and open up. And then you pour, for the third time, you pour some hot water in, and it should come out really, really nicely. You let it steep in the hot water for about 15 seconds. You pour it into the water, and you pour it into the cup, and you drink that. It's really good, but you don't throw the tea you have in the teapot away. If you want to drink more, you just steep it once more, but let it steep for 20 seconds, and then you can have another nice cup of pu'er tea. And you can do that up to 5 to 6 times, and it's still going to be amazing. Every time you steep it, the flavor changes slightly. But what I do is, like, I steep my cup, and then I put the teapot away. And then tomorrow, the next day, I get my 3rd steep out of it. And then the next day, I get my 4th, and so on, until, there's no more tea left in it. And it's so good. I love it. I love it. And I think that's it. We are done with Tokino Sora. Do I see any faults? Ooh, I actually do. You like marriage Ferris tea? Ooh, call a tea snob. I didn't mean to become a tea snob, but I ended up becoming a tea snob. Ooh, that is fancy. Is that yellow tea? Oh, it looks green and yellow. I guess it depends on what type you get. I want to try this out. Oh, it's from Paris. Paris province. Thé soyeux, lavande, el menthe et rosé. Silky tea, lavender, and rosy mint. Okay, I probably should have read that. Oh, look at that! That is such a fancy tea bag. I need to show you guys. That is such a fancy tea bag. It's like a burlap sack. Look at this. Have you ever tried lapsang sochong? Smoky flavor is intense. I have not. I want to try that out too. Lapsang. Ooh. Lapsang sochong or zhengjang yaozhong is a black tea consisting of Camellia sinensis leaves that may be smoke dried over pine wood fire. Ooh, sounds great. Might have to get some of that. Let me see. I'm gonna note those down. And then Mirage first. I gave that tea to my favorite Japanese shop girls when they quit working as a shop girl. Oh, really? That's so nice of you. I wanna order some of that tea. I love my tea. I have a decent tea collection. Let's see. One of these days I'm gonna have to do a tea stream. Let's see. I may be able to do it this weekend. I want to draw 3 Hololive girls at the very least this week. So if I can do one tomorrow and then another on Thursday, then we can do a tea stream on the weekend. Sounds good. It's way overdue. And I want to show you guys how I brew my pu'er tea. Let me just do some final touches. You see that there's some stuff I've missed here? And it kind of looks ugly. So I'm going to do a big zoom in. And select them. Just fill them in. And they're they're visible. So that's fine. It's good. You can see these little holes in the selection. We'll just fill them in real quick. Nice. Ooh. Very nice. As I said before, I'm sure there's a much better way of doing this. But I'm not really a professional artist. Oh, I was gonna talk about this earlier, but I just completely forgot. I have been trying out some like art fundamental stuff. Let's see. There's a picture here that I have. I've done some practice stuff, but like 3D shapes. I've been really practicing those. But shit, where's the picture? Where did I post the picture? Where did I save the picture at? I don't know. I'm gonna have to send it to my PC. I found this really neat app from Google called QuickShare, which makes it really easy to just move pictures from your PC to your computer. Yeah, okay, this works. People, when I showed it to friends, they were like, why are you drawing poop? And I'm like, you know, one of them looks like poop, but not all of them do. It's rude. Where is it? Where did it go? There it is. Now you guys can see it here. I've been trying these, you know, 3D shapes. And you know, admittedly, the top or lower left one does look like poop. But it's like, you know, I grab a texture and I try to give it decent lighting. And I think I did an okay job. I do like this one the most. This little worm. But it's hard, man. And you know, admittedly, I'm not too interested in art and in becoming like a god tier artist. But I figured if I'm going to do the Hololive thing, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to become somewhat decent at this at the very least. Yo, Johanna Aragne. Hi, Sans. I'm not Sans. Oh, no. The Sans allegations. I'm never going to beat them. GG on those textures. Really nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I ended up picking a really pain in the ass texture, to be honest. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. You saw my shitty little kitchen there. Yeah, look, my kitchen. I hate this kitchen. But rent is cheap, so I'm not complaining too much. Oh yeah, right. I've been, as you can see, let me just move this GIF away. As you can see, I'm awake at 5 in the morning. I started this stream at 3 in the morning, my time. And only 2 stovetops, yeah. It's sad. And I've been really loud, like super loud during these nights, because nobody in the house has been complaining about me being loud. And I keep wondering, can people hear me or not? Like my neighbors? I'm gonna prepare this for saving. So I asked my neighbor yesterday, I was like, listen, I am often very loud during the night. I may sometimes watch anime 2 in the morning with extremely loud volume, because I use a speaker, and then I stream at night too, and I scream. And I was like, do you hear anything at all? Because I'm really loud. And he's like, no, I have never noticed you doing anything. And I'm like, but my speakers, I have these subwoofers, and they have really, really strong bass. Can you not feel that either? He's like, no, I don't hear a thing. I sleep like a baby through the night while you're loud. And I'm like, I love this. You know, I have a shitty stovetop, shitty kitchen. I don't even have a dishwasher. I really want a dishwasher, but I can be as loud as I want, and that is such a blessing. I love it. I don't need to hold back on how loud I can be. You know, watch anime with headphones? It's like, oh, I just realized I forgot something. I forgot shadows here. We will add them. No, I prefer to watch my stuff. I've always preferred to watch stuff without headphones, without things on my ear. I would just prefer to, you know, have my ears be completely free. And I've always just been like that. I generally only wear headphones these days when I'm streaming. Not right now though, because it's not needed. I don't need to do that right now. Sure, I can hear the music, but it's very low. I set my speakers to a very low volume. I can hear it, but it's not enough for my microphone to pick up. And I like it. I prefer it this way. Although I will admit, when I'm watching an anime and a sus scene shows up, I do get that little bit of a knee-jerk reaction. I'd be like, is anyone hearing this? Is anyone hearing this? Because when I lived with my parents, you know, I didn't use speakers. I didn't use headphones at all. I used my speakers. So it's like, it's still in me. Where a sus scene shows up out of nowhere and I have this reaction. I'm like, oh, I gotta lower the volume. But no one's there to hear it. No one's there to hear it now. We're done. What do you think? Here's Tokino Sora. Let me save the PNG and then put it up on the stream. Tokino Sora. And then I'm gonna post this on Twitter later as well. Next up will be Korone. Irugami Korone. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her. Looks so great. Thank you. 10 out of 10 construction. I hate hearing my neighbors screaming at 1 o'clock in the night. Let me show you how my building is done. So the thing is, with Swedish buildings, I've noticed there's a big difference between American and Swedish buildings. Okay. Say this is... I'm drawing some floor plans here. Sora is kind of in the way. Let's put it over here. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What did I do? There we go. So these are some floor plans. Let's say... let's see... Okay, this is a door. This is a door, and this is the hallway. So in America, this is the wall between two buildings, or two rooms. This wall is made out of a 10 centimeter thick piece of shitty wood with the paper in between it. You know, I think you have studs over there because the wood is like this, right? You have these studs in the middle and some paper covering it. And that's really bad for sound isolation. You know, this asshole over here, he says bad things, and then you can hear it and you get annoyed. Concrete is best. It is. But then I looked at the floor plans of this building. Over here we have a 1 meter thick piece of goddamn concrete between the apartments. So I can be as loud as I want, and this guy, he can sleep soundly. But there is one thing. What the fuck is a meter? Oh, Americans. Oh, Americans. 1 meter, or meter to foot. It's 3.2 feet. 3.2 feet thick slab of concrete. That's concrete, baby. There's one thing you can hear though, because there's piping that goes through it. Like, let's try it with blue. There's piping that goes through it. So when this guy is taking a shower, I can just slightly hear a humming noise coming from the flowing water in the concrete, but it's a good noise. It's a soothing noise, and it doesn't sound bad, and it's not very loud. I'm like, oh, the guy's taking a shower right now, and that's all you can hear, just because of the nature of pipes running through the concrete. But otherwise, no audio at all, no sound at all. I can be so loud. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh, and I was talking about studs earlier. Studs don't exist here. We fill our entire walls with. We don't do like these studs. It's either one big solid block of wood, or we fill it with stuff. And you don't need to worry about studs if you're gonna wall mount your damn TV. I've never heard that be an issue in Sweden. And then I hear about Americans. They're like, you gotta look out for your studs. I'm like, what do you mean studs? How can you drill holes in the wall? It depends. Oh, that's the downside. So if you have a concrete wall, for example, I can't drill anything in that wall. It just doesn't work. But you can buy these. If you want to hang a picture on a concrete wall, you can get these. What the hell do you call it? Shit, I forgot Swedish. I'm in English mode right now, so I forgot Swedish. Concrete hook. Oh, you can get command strips as well. Of course. You can get command strips as well. Those are amazing. I use the command strips for a couple of wall scrolls that I've got. But you can get these. If you want to hang something really badly on a concrete wall, these things, they're very small, extremely durable spikes. So you put this flush with the wall and you knock it with a hammer. Don. And you can hang whatever you want on the concrete. It's not very strong though. So it's only good for like a picture frame. Did you get the IKEA gamer collection? Listen, I got trolled. I got trolled. Let me show you right now. Wow! I still gotten trolled. So the blue one is available for shipping to my place, but the blue one is ugly. I don't want the blue one. The white one, however, I'm looking at IKEA's website right now. It cannot be shipped at the moment. They're like, oh, we can't ship this to your house. You gotta come pick it up in store. And since I moved, the nearest damn IKEA is 100 kilometers away from me, and I don't have a car. I used to live next to an IKEA, Yeah, the white one is sold out online, so I got trolled. I really, really want the white one, but I am gonna go back home for Christmas to visit my parents. So I fear, what the fuck is a kilometer? So I figured I'll just go ahead and buy 2 of these wall-mounted display cabinets while I'm there. They're very cheap. They're $25 each, and they're relatively big. Perfect for Nendroids. All right, let me tell you. 100 kilometers is 62 miles. You're gonna make an idea order too, but you need to make a measurement first. Yeah, I actually need to measure as well. I'm gonna use more metric measurements. They're 50 centimeters by 25 by 25. So I actually need to see how it's mounted as well. Where's the booklet? I need to see the booklet. How do you mount it? Do I need to drill into my concrete wall? Because the wall I want to drill it into is a concrete wall. So both sides, like the 2 sides of my wall is concrete, and the other sides, you can drill into them easily. How do you pronounce IKEA in Swedish? IKEA. You pronounce it IKEA. Let me see. Montering a document. Oh, there it is. Here, I downloaded the PDF that shows me how to mount it. IKEA. Yeah, that's how we pronounce it. IKEA. Oh yeah, you gotta drill pretty badly. I need to look up a solution for this because I don't think I can drill into my concrete walls. I'm pretty sure there's a way to. Oh! Hold your horses. I think I might be able to make this work out. Honestly. They have like this weird way of being able to mount it. So I think you remember that thing I showed you earlier? This thing, I think I can mount it up with those. And that would be perfect, actually. That works out really well. Because that doesn't damage the wall that badly. And I can just fill it in with some white goo whenever I move out. When I buy IKEA, are you supporting the Swedish economy? You sure are. Actually, our currency is a little bit in the shitter at the moment, so we need the support we can get. Let's see, how much is the Swedish kroner versus the dollar? Yeah, the dollar is worth about 8% more than the Swedish krona. Which is suffering. Dang it. Oh well. What can you do about that? I don't know anything about economy. How long did we go on for? 2.5 hours? USA. We should have swapped to the euro. I wish we swapped to the euro because the euro is stronger than the USD right now. So I could have gotten bargains when buying stuff overseas. Oh, there's one last thing I want to talk about. I need to go to GeekJack. Ooh, so a couple of years ago, Shishiro Botan released a ramen bowl that I really wanted, but I couldn't order on time. It sold out before I could. And look, it's such a beautiful ramen bowl, and she's doing a rerun of it. So I think I'm gonna order that. It is made of porcelain though. It's high quality. So it's a little bit on the more expensive side, but I'm also worried, is it gonna break during shipping? Because truth be told, I don't trust my postal system. I fully trust Japan Post with my life when it comes to handling of packages. So I don't worry about that, but the second it enters Sweden, I've seen postal officers or postal workers throw packages around, and it's not pretty. I once saw a postal worker. Oh man. I once saw a postal worker toss a box, and then I just hear this massive crunch of glass, and wine starts pouring out of the package. And I'm like, is this? Come on. It even says fragile package on the packaging. I don't trust it. You know, speaking of packages, I also picked up this Kanata figure. I'm gonna open her after the stream. One last thing I want to talk about. Oh, I'm just yapping away right now. One other thing I want to talk about. Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. He lost his wine. Imagine how much that cost him. But I'm pretty sure it was insured. I think the company who did that was UPS, and usually when you ship things through UPS, it was like right by his doorstep too. Because I was walking around. I was just taking a walk. Saw the UPS guy toss it there, and just crunch. Wine spilled all over the guy's porch. Oh man, the guy didn't seem to be at home. Otherwise, I would have stuck around to see the aftermath of that. You know, just see this UPS guy getting chewed out completely. That would have actually been pretty funny to see. Here it is. So Good Smile recently put out this big statement about how. Let me put this behind me. Are? So Good Smile recently came out with this announcement that they're going to replace all of the Nendroid figure boxes with fully cardboard, as much cardboard as they can, and they've already started rolling those out. But then I received this. This figure came out like 2 weeks ago, and it's more plastic than Nendroid boxes ever were, which I think is a funny little contrast to that. Pretty silly. People big mad about that. Yeah, for me, I mean, personally, I don't really care because I open my boxes and I take the figures out. And, you know, it is a bit of a shame that the figure boxes are not going to look as good anymore, but it is what it is. Although those people who display their figures without opening them, they're really mad. And I do agree that it makes it look like the boxes now look like they come from Crane Games. Because Crane Game boxes, they're just fully cardboard, since they're cheap. So I'm like, yeah, it does look like it came from a Crane Game machine, but you know, what can you do? But I do think if Good Smile is changing that, they should probably change the quality of everything else too. Otherwise, what's the point, honestly? Anyway, folks, I think we're gonna call it here. We drew Tokino Sora, and she's adorable. And I'm gonna draw Korone next. So look forward to that. That'll be tomorrow. What day is it now? Is it Tuesday? No, it's Monday. Monday in America, Tuesday 5 a.m. for me. So later today or tomorrow for Americans, I'm going to draw Korone. And then on Thursday, I'm gonna draw Okayu so we can have the Okakura pairing done. And then during the weekend, tomorrow we're gonna do Korone. Thursday is Okayu. So we have 3 holos. On this weekend, I will probably do the T-stream rather than draw another holo. But if I have time, I can probably spend like stream on Saturday as well. I'll start a lot earlier though, 3 hours earlier, because memes. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I'll see you next time on Holo Skellivision. Yeah, let's call it that. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. I'll get to it eventually.